Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Good morning, everybody. Well, a little bit of action overnight. I mean, not a ton. We didn't beat yesterday. We didn't beat yesterday's high. It's going. There kind of appears to be a little bit of like, maybe there's some risk in the market, but it's just not, I don't know, it's just not taking up. The E-mini, it took a little bit of a dive yesterday, later. Later in the day. Back up. They might want to try and get that point of control from yesterday, though. Let's see. So that could push us down. Let's look at our footprint chart here from the overnight. See if it tells us anything interesting. There's lots of yellow in here. 12. So let's make a note there. And 17, huh? So we're kind of stuck between two spots then. Yeah, there's some things about the way that this chart is that I'm just not happy with. Because I can't... Ticks per level, size filter, tick replay. Solid. What if I make the color for base black? See, it only affects these ones down here. That sucks. Color for text, volume, maximum, minimum, buy, sell. Color for doji. See, that doesn't change anything. Yeah, I like that. Shows you both sides. I just don't want, I want my candles to be thicker and I want them to be black. Oh well. Anyways, hope you enjoyed watching that. So, how you guys doing here? Oh, let's turn on the text chat. Good morning, everybody. That was a good number of people. Well, we should also check here. Do we have news Tuesday? No, it's not the 8th of October. It's the 15th. No news Tuesday. FOMC member George speaks at 10:45. Tomorrow we get quarter retail sales. About Thursday. Housing starts and so forth. This is going to be a quieter week for sure, but this is one of those weeks we get like this is one of those days where they can surprise you. The DOM is a little better, but still pretty pathetic.
Morning, friendos.
Morning, Lucas. Yeah, but I feel still a little uneasy with the liquidity.
YouTube, Lucas, you mean like Black Swam surprise you?
Yeah, so it's kind of, you kind of get this thing where if it's a no news Tuesday, and it's specifically those Tuesdays where sometimes it's really, really dead, but every once in a while you will get this crazy trend because the bank decides that's the day to make their move. My thumb is all jacked up. I I think I've been using my phone too much. I don't feel like I texted it a whole lot yesterday, but I don't know. I can just feel it right in there. It's like unflamed. I need to clear it out. Oh, I've got so much stuff open here. Let's. Holidays. I don't need that. Oh, restream. That's fine. Aramco is set to pay up to $450 million in fees to IPO advisors. Wow. Goldman's dismal quarter, prop trading plunges. Investment banking slides, average compensation crashes. Really? What are they? Well, we'll check after the market opens. Because when I read this morning, when I woke up this morning, they were saying, oh, they were down by like 0.1%. And I'm like, and their revenue was actually higher than the, well, what missed? They posted a profit of 1.88 billion or 4.79 a share. Oh, I see. Below the 4.81. Revenue came in at 8.32. So revenue actually was a little bit more than expected. But they have had too high of costs. Makes sense to me. I don't know if they've changed, like their prices changed that much though yet. But we'll see what happens to them during the session today. JP Morgan is doing really good though, and I think that the banks overall appear to be doing okay. Today doesn't really give us a very good view on whether this is a buy or a sell. I mean, probably a sell. We could be on like a shoulder. But that 12 is a spot where there's been a lot of trade before, right? $37.94 sold into 12. So it's a possible reversal. I feel a little uncomfortable with that.
Twitch, Shallian _ man, I am really horrible at reversals. Today I got fucked after CL made this huge down move and reversed it. Thought it would at least hold the low volume, single print area for some time and got stopped out 3 times.
Yeah. Well, it's the profit taking areas that are the most difficult, right? Okay. Man, so what the heck? So at first it was like, wow, that's a big iceberg, but now it's like a huge bid. Like look at how much that guy is willing to buy there. It's the absorption back into 12 like 10 times. I think for me, because I look at well, let me restart. I don't know the way that oil tends to behave, but in treasuries, my rule is always when you see the crazy, get out. That's when you start to see really crazy action, that's when you start to get liquidity vacuums and you're going to have things, come back on you. And they tend to tumble around a lot in those areas too, because people need to take profits. And how are you going to take profits? If you just sell everything, then it's just going to go completely back down. So they can kind of do fishy stuff to you around those areas. Look, a tick up. I think this is a buy, but in fact, I feel really confident that it is. It's just while I feel very confident about it, it may not be time yet. If that makes sense. 12 did go offer again. I mean, I can see orders eating into it and everything. I'm not getting a lot of clicks. So what did oil do today? Oh, I see. So you sold it. Oh, you tried to buy it down there, and it did eventually come back up, but not after messing around with you a ton first. I see.
Twitch, Shallian_, it didn't look that crazy to be honest. Do you have a CL chart? Had 3 shorts, one at 52, 80, then 98 and 53, 03. That also happened to me in S and next to psychology, my biggest weakness.
Well, it kind of depends. If it's the behavior of the instrument itself, then you might want to try a different instrument. Because I know oil can be a real bitch. I can't tell you how many times I've been fooled by. When I first started trading, I traded oil, and I remember the first few days it was like no big deal, and then I remember I caught one where I was watching it with like the algo box, or not, what was it called? It shows you like these really fast histograms, so you can really see what's going on in the level 2. And I thought I saw something. I probably didn't actually see something. I probably was just lucky. But I thought I saw something, and I sold it. And oil just careened down. I remember this one time in oil. It was like ticking down, and it was like all of the bids on the inside disappeared. It was like there was a bunch of volume at a price, and then all of the inside bids disappeared. And I was like, oh crap, somebody just stopped out. And so I was like, I immediately sold it, and then it just took off down. And I thought I was really good. And then ever after that, it was like every day minus $1,000 in oil. Like, it was ridiculous. Man, that thing moves. You can lose money so quickly. And yeah, it was just a huge mess. And that was when I kind of realized, because I was reread the No BS day trading thing, and I read through John Grady's reason for trading treasuries and everything, and I said, okay, you know what? Probably I should trade treasuries. So I moved over to treasuries, and that was a lot better.
Twitch, Shallian_, well, like I said, I catch this stupid reversals in the Amini as well, and yeah. I realize the trend changes after it's too late.
Yeah. So the question on that one, and there's no way for me to really see, is, was it a crazy reversal, or was it a no interest reversal? Because I've found that you'll tend to only see one or the other, right? Right now, they're doing what I would call a crazy reversal, which is somebody is trying to push it down here. I suspect at least that they're trying to push it down. They may be trying to turn it, but
I mean, we had such a huge down move. More than 100 T in the overnight, so my mind is short.
Sure, it could be short, but like, how are you picking your spot? So here, this is a spot. This 12 is a real spot. We can tell because they're pushing it around here. So if you buy it, they could go 2 ticks lower. But if this actually is a buy, you've got a really good risk to reward here at this spot, you know? And you can see them pushing it. That makes it like the crazy reversal. Or if it had come down here and like there was just no level 2 activity at this price, then of course that's probably almost a better reversal signal. Okay, then they're taking 12. Is there going to be another huge iceberg here at 12?
YouTube Ekareo, you must have changed something. You coming up all broken up.
Really? We're back. It's not a problem with my connection. I might be having problems with we might be having problems with restream, is my thinking. Well, they didn't hit a whole lot. I don't know. I never saw a pause on my data feed. Oh wait, but I'm getting a ton of volume here, which maybe means that I did. Well, while that's going, I will pull up my... Dang it. Still with me, guys? Back.
YouTube Ekareo, I just changed to Firefox to see if it makes a difference.
I think we were having
Twitch,
connection
Shallian
problems.
My spot was the huge single print and low volume area. Market consolidated there for a while and I thought it will at least make some 25 to 30 T short move, but well guess I was super wrong.
No, I totally
YouTube,
see it.
Algo Lover, GM thumbs up. YouTube, Lucas, do you have a read so far? What do we do here? Emo is so light, feels like a mere breeze might push this lower or higher.
Okay, so I see definitely some buying in this area.
Twitch, Cloud Johans, hi.
Hi, Cloud Johans. I definitely see buying in this area, especially at the 12.
YouTube, Greg Orlovsky, hi. Yes, live stream went offline.
Yeah, I don't know what OBS just disconnected, but I don't know. I don't think that it was my connection. I'll open this up and make sure I have. Okay, so now they're hitting into 12.5 and there's a little bit of iceberging. So I think that there is an attempt to flip it around here and move higher, but so far it's not holding. And it's the 5-year is the one that's being really finicky about it. Yeah. So can you see they actually traded 826 there and then it stayed offer. So
Twitch, Cloud Johans, you okay?
I'm not gonna like that. Are you okay? What do you mean?
Twitch,
why didn't
Mayo
it?
________. I hate nice scars.
Okay. Okay, so that was a little scary for me. But I don't know, they may still turn it around. I trade every day. Oh, I turned it off for a second, guys. So is there stuttering still, or I don't think that it was me, but I don't know. I don't know how to tell that. Okay. I held 11.5. Certainly somebody held it in the 5-year though. So I don't know. I'm not so sure about it buying up now. I think that I handled that trade okay though. Like I saw what it was doing almost immediately. I can't even connect to using my Android TV. Okay, so Lucas likes 11.5. I thought it was good at 12.5. That's the thing. I don't know. A little uncomfortable with the way that it fell down there. Just because it was a little too easy, you know? There is some absorption at 11. Now, Algo Lover doesn't have any numbers for us. Oh, I did see him earlier. He said good morning. I might have missed I might have missed his comment. Okay, what's going on at 11? Ugh. I don't know if this is good for trading, guys. Let's check in here. Oh, how come I can't even see it over here? What the heck? Bum, 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 bum. So now they're back up to where I was trying to get long. But the 5-year is still not cooperating, it seems. This right here. So sell. Barely makes it. Goes big again. They push it off for 41, hit into 7.5. Bid again. A good job if you got along at 11.5. You get 2. That's good. Pressure does look positive. So I saw 372 hit into 12.5, and then immediately they slammed them down into 12, but then 12 was able to stay bid. Yeah, this action is wrong. I agree. It's like two guys seems to be really overly contentious. I'm still getting a decent number of level 2 updates too. I think though, if we're watching the volume in the 10-year, We might get the wrong impression though. 12 goes bid. Quite interesting. But it's the 5-year here seems to be in charge. And that seller in the 5-year was able to take it off her really easily. See, the 10-year doesn't want to go along. They're not selling the 12. Oh, look at that. You're taking one and probably logging off for the day. I don't know. You got a good uptick there. Oh, there you go. Man. Well, it feels like somebody really wants to push it down. Of course, it went one tick higher after closing it. Yeah, and then it came back to your entry. Oh, man. Whew. Well, cumulative delta there came in a little short. That little run there kind of changes my view. Each time it bounces, it does so by a few ticks and we are lower and lower. Yeah. Well, the thing I'm noticing is just that when they tick down, it seems to fall so much easier, so much more easily. My my chat window here is like delayed or it's not working at all. Let's try reloading it. New York Fed accepts 67 billion of 67 billion in bids at overnight repo operation, and now they're hitting into 10. And some 1,000 hits into 11, but they tick up. And I continue to get high amounts of activity. So somebody, the question is still, is somebody trying to get filled along in this area? Because if I come in, look at the level 2 here, see long bid, and kind of actually a little bit mixed on the absorption. That's the absorption one, right? Let's see here. Yep. And back up. Bid 408 added at 12 and then immediately pulled. Let me pull up let me pull up a footprint on the 5-year here. So you can definitely see the imbalance here between 07.5 and 07 3/4. Somebody's trying to buy it up at 07 3/4. Somebody's trying to push it down at 07.5. And neither side has made progress, although more is traded at 07.5 by about 1,000. But the delta overall is actually positive here. How is that the case? No, man. Did you guys hear LeBron James comments last night? I was getting into bed and reading, and the r/NBA subreddit was just totally blowing up over LeBron James basically towing the communist line is the way that everybody was presenting it. But man, man, and now I'm watching on Twitter, and people are pretty hitting them pretty hard. Now we know why Steve Kerr, the Golden State Warriors, didn't want to visit the White House. It wasn't in communist China. China resumes streaming NBA games after fallout over Hong Kong tweet. I mean, it's begging me to buy it there at 12. Look, there's only 326, Seth. Man, am I having network problems? Oh, look, now I see Algo Lover. If buyers hold their pullback above 29.64, then 29.89 target. If 29.64 breaks before trading up, then anticipate a deeper pullback. Is my stream still being kind of funky? I don't see any disruptions on my network side, but There they push it down aggressively again. I'm kind of starting to wonder if this is that. No, because it's almost 7 o'clock. So when we get like the crazy Tuesday trend day, it tends to just completely take off within like the first 15 minutes. This doesn't seem like that's what's happening. I did put some size there on the 5 year, so they may be ready to move it. They're not giving you a very good price, though, are they? Could maybe see some level break behavior here. Did you watch that Netflix movie In the Shadow of the Moon? It's not good, but the narrative, oh my gosh. No, I think I saw that. I think it's been trying to get me to watch it. Okay, so the 5 year really ticked down now. And the 30 down ticked and come back up. Now, interesting that the 30 went more. There's some spreading going on here. Yeah, some steepening. But on the 2 and 10. Yeah, even on the 2 and 10. So that might be why they're selling the 30 year. So does the trade sell the 30 and buy the 5? They sure aren't in a rush. Like the 30 is down, but like, okay, there you go. Finally, the 10-year falls. Nobody traded 10 half. Are you kidding me? I'm tempted to hit it because there's got to be some stops there. I mean, there's got to be at least one retail guy that's going to have a stop there. Look how buying 25 in the UB is turning out. Okay, so somebody hit 10 half, no stops. It's pulled. So this is just incredibly bizarre action to me. Okay, so 10 half goes offer, but there's somebody buying it up pretty, huh? And notice that at where we were, like 11 half liquidity vacuum. But The 5 year still seems to be have a strong offer on top of it. Good morning, Ace. We might have a good spot to buy the E-mini here. 10 go offer. So they're squeezing here now. Dropped something on yesterday's comments. Okay, I have to go back and look. I'm kind of like... I'm having some issues here. Let me turn the auto read back on. This chat window here is not working right.
YouTube Ace Trades got screen problems. Be back. Only one screen is working.
Okay, so that tick, they put another bid at 10. IMF cuts 2019 global growth estimate to new post-crisis low of 3%.
YouTube Lucas long 10 IDKY.
Fed liquidity handout surges to nearly 90 billion. Well, it's given me a spot here.
YouTube Uzi Knesset morning.
Good morning, Uzi. A little late.
YouTube Lucas morning Uzi.
Now it works.
YouTube Algo Lover also gave this yesterday 10:05 a.m. Algo Lover ZN if buyers defend above 130.015 then they'll bid higher, a break below 130.015 before trading up, then anticipate retest break of last week's low nerd face. YouTube Lucas there we go, come on. YouTube Uzi Knesset morning Lucas.
Wait, really? Something's wrong. Oh. Wait, what? Okay. I did something weird. What the hell? Oh, guys. Okay. So, apparently I never got out of that trade. I'm just now realizing the numbers are on there. So I screwed up somewhere.
YouTube, Lucas, oh that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. It's an understatement. Well, that would explain why they are so eager to push it down.
Twitch, X Cruel, how's things going today, man?
Well, I thought that they were going okay, but I just realized that I made a mistake. I made an error.
YouTube,
So,
Algo Lover, they did hold and bid higher, they are still offering into rallies, so far okay hand.
talking about in the 10-year? Look at this iceberg at 10.
YouTube, Uzi
Yeah,
Knesset, it's weird that the place column is up but your prices aren't colored like you're in a trade.
I don't know what happened. I was wondering why when I got out of that trade that it didn't oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. When I tried to get out, it told me that because I already had a limit order out, that I couldn't get out. That's what happened. And so it didn't send that order. Oh fuck. Okay, so oh guys.
YouTube, Algo Lover, gotta run, thumbs up.
It's still really quiet down here at 10. The 5 years still struggling. That was 6.5. Iceberging again. Now the 5 year is doing it too. But it did go off her. Guys.
YouTube, Uzi Knesset, I have a feeling shit's gonna go hard down in ZB if 30 don't hold.
If 30 doesn't hold. Yeah, and since the selling is strongest, well, selling is strong here in the 10-year as well. I don't want to be in this. Should I just kill it here? Okay. That sucks. How did I can't believe I did that. Okay, so I need to do this a little differently. I need to put this to this, and I have to put them all in myself. What really sucks is that after I realized it still went down too. And they're having a real hard time finding buyers, aren't they? The E-mini never really did anything either. Well, Outgo Lover says 130.01 half. It does appear to possibly be exhausting. Oh, nope. Now you've stuck another ask on it. I'm frankly thinking about selling 8. It's just really heavy. And that tick down there in the 5-year is a bit too much. Paul Krugman. Really not a central issue here, but since ages are being talked about, the candidates are saying 3 in their 70s is pretty misleading. On average, a 70-year-old woman can expect to live another 16 years, a 77-year-old man only 10. Yeah, okay. But they're still really old, and I think the whole thing is that people don't trust the judgment of old people. And it is an issue. It's a huge issue. I mean, I know Donald Trump is old too, but it makes me extremely uncomfortable. I don't know, guys. So we did see a lot of signals, and it was just they just pushed it down the whole time. And the only real, I mean, when they get good pushes, they're down. And when you get stacks, they're down. And like nothing is holding. Like they are not getting a pullback at all. Maybe the 5-year just overextended.
YouTube, Lucas, all this time being long biased fading the falls when I should have been selling the pullbacks lol.
Yeah, but I mean, was there really a pullback? Like there was a 2-tick pullback, you know?
YouTube, IQ, GM all.
Good morning.
YouTube, Lucas, that's enough.
Yeah, maybe. Kind of the issue is I don't know if we should have been taking a trade here, and then when it started doing this, okay, then when would you have shorted it here? Here? I don't know. I don't know. We might get a 4-tick pullback here though. E-mini is kind of pressuring long though. There's definitely something going on at '05 in the 5 year. I think I'm too late.
YouTube, Lucas, long 08 in ub. Let's see where this takes me.
Hoplet. She thinks that's an abbreviation for something, huh? Okay. So I like the way that they bought that back. Hmm. 5 year. Not taking '05? Really? Oh, we got an issue with the E-mini. It's is still on a little bit of a buying run. And they did buy up into '05 and 232 iceberged. Okay. So now it's doing some backticking and absorption here at '08. By the way. This '05 quarter hasn't flipped yet in the 5 year. Okay, now it has. So '05 and a quarter was looking weak, and then they turned it back down at '05. So we're kind of getting some games here. Okay. So this is where I try and short it and then it turns. Huh. was a 16 tick swing.
YouTube, Ace trades too close to open, but along at 2,976.50.
Really? Man. I think that JP Morgan doing so well is a really bullish sign for stocks, because we were saying, if the banks start to get squeezed and slow lending and everything like that, that we could have problems. Well, there has been a liquidity problem, but I don't know if they're actually slowing down their lending and they're actually still making okay money. So maybe that sector is okay. Then we can weather this. You just need that trade deal to happen. Hmm.
Twitch, Gentleadenghole. I am the music man. I come from down your way and I can play. What can you play? I play piano.
Okay. Novelty accounts again.
Twitch, Gentleadenghole. Pia 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 no pia no pia no pia 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 no pia pia no.
Look at that. 3,000 to 07 goes offer. Can't find a spot. This is just like close your eyes and sell it. Shoot the piano player. I turned that off for a second. Mm-mm-mm. Uptick. Bid 05.5. So now they're going to start buying, watch. Quite a few market orders there in 07. I don't think that was a sell program or anything. So just should be a little careful. There's a volume point of control 29.8375 in the E-mini. So they might go up for that. And then there's the previous day's high at 29.9375. I don't know if they're really going up to make a new swing high, but the Treasuries still are seeing really strong sell pressure. Did Uzi make a call at 30? I don't even remember that. And maybe I didn't see it. The thing that really sucks is that if I had not made that mistake, so I took it at 12.5 and I tried to get rid of it at 11.5, and then maybe I could have tried some of these, like, oh, I don't know where I would have actually have taken it, but, you know. It was around 09.5. So I could have sold 10.5. So that's really sad. It's really unfortunate that that happened. And then there was this reversal at 08 that didn't turn out, which is okay. I think we may continue to see lots of these on the downside, because when we get trends like that, that's one of the things that tends to happen is they tend to give it to you on the other side, and it just never lets up. He says his trade is bogus, sorry. Well, they are turning a little bit in the mini, didn't they? Actually, quite a bit of volume there sold. Well, it's only about 1,000 contracts, but slow and methodical. Well, it could just be because of the E-mini correlation for all we know. Wow, that really turned down. There's that just all of them selling before the open. Hmm. And they continue to do this thing where, like, look, he's only offering out 13 contracts and they can't even get 13 people to buy it. Here they're buying it up again in the E-mini. Are you got the same spot? Well, now I'm trying to wonder if we can really ride this or what. Wow. If we break 04.5, Algo Lover says 01.5, which I see as a spot. I think they were pretty likely to go through that, so maybe to 129.29.5. So we actually might be able to write it. Oh, he said, oh, that's right. He said, I'm afraid if they break 30 that this could sell really hard, huh? Well, this is starting to look like an insane trend, huh? No pressure, Uzi. Well, that '06 is holding a bid stronger than anything else says so far. We haven't actually seen any real level break activity today. And now that '06 half may be the first level break type of setup I've seen. I don't know if that's a good probability trade or not, because it hasn't been fast trended, but it has been a slow meltdown. So I'm going to say probably slight probability that they hit '06. I thought you were FDIC guaranteed. I don't think so. Okay, so '06 is pulled a little bit. And they took it. There's the E-mini open. They took it just before the E-mini open, which is curious. We're probably going to get a little bit of volatility here. Your first impulse in the E-mini actually was short, but it's actually was really weak. Okay. Yeah, the buyers are definitely stronger in the E-mini today. Somebody is absorbing at '06 though. In the 10-year. Especially if the E-mini keeps buying like this. What was the upside target? 29.89? Gentle Thungo says long 07, but where you talking about in the 10-year? If you're talking about the 10-year, it's probably better to include the third digit. Because then we know for sure that you're talking about, 070. Oh, okay. I don't know. Certainly, you would think that at some point there would be some form of a pullback, right? Well, there has been some absorption at '06. It's actually been one of the larger absorptions that we've seen today. So we'll see if it holds or not. I think the problem is that we've had such a strong trend down. If '06 fails and they start going into this, then that gives them way too much downside. That's what I'm waiting for, says Uzi. When I look at the cumulative delta in the equities, it looks really strong up. But then when you look at the numbers, you realize it's only been like 1,000 up. Oh, that's what I'm waiting for is a pullback. I got you. Yeah, I feel you. It was super difficult for me to sell 7, to be honest. And I only did it because I said, well, I get at least 4 to the low. But it's kind of interesting. Like a lot of my trades, I'm having a difficulty getting more than 2 on it. Hmm. Okay. Well, no good on that one. Man, that came back so fast. I told you, shut up. You had one time when you got something. I would not be running around telling people I told you so on something. Now, I remember when you said that you were long '07 before it happened. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, look at the way that's going. So now the question is, if it's a pullback, how far is it going to pull back? The upticks are not terribly... Okay. It's really curious how it just, completely turned on there at that point. Okay. You got any stats on that? You have any long-term stats on that? They let it come back a little too easily. I wouldn't feel confident in a long at '07. It could. So the problem you got right now, there's 5 ticks. That's like the average pullback. So if we're just going to go up to '09, that's more than your average pullback. And I'm not so sure that there's enough people to stop out higher in order to do that. Although seeing 1700 at '06.5 and 1100 at '07 makes me think that this is more than just people stopping out, that there's new positions going in. Okay. %, you say. I'm sold. I'm going in all in on this one. And just see, here's why. I'm not trying to be rude, okay? But I think you're full of shit, and this is why I think you're full of shit. Because I've been doing this. I think this channel has been up 2 years now. Had hundreds of different people come in. I've had some people that come in that are really, really good. Some of them in here today that have consistently given really good calls. And I've seen some people that have come in and they maybe made a couple of bold calls and were wrong and made some bold calls and were right. But in the end, we're full of shit. And I look at the difference between the type of person that comes in that is like has real edge, usually doesn't come in and say, I told you so. So if you get '09 here, then congratulations and everything, but that doesn't really mean anything in the larger picture, right? Why would you come into a trading room and say this one trade means everything? It doesn't mean anything. It just means that you won it on that one trade. I think there's a decent amount of volume coming in long. It hasn't really made that big of a difference in cumulative delta, though. But I find it curious that we moved down this far. It was so slow. And now up was so fast, you know? Democrats are allowing no transparency at the witch hunt hearings. If Republicans ever did this, they would be excoriated by the fake news. Let the facts come out from the charade of people, most of whom I do not know. They are interviewing for 9 hours each, not selective leaks. Donald Trump's latest tweet. So he's up now. I told you to shoot the piano player. Yeah, so I'm interested to see if Uzi thinks that it's still, if he's like, this is a pullback and I want to short it. It's telling me that he's going to try and actually is going to try and get 09. I don't know if there's anything more after that, though. If they shoot up there and they get 09, I actually think I want to short it. He's watching 30 again. You see him pushing it? They're doing it in the right spot for you to potentially get a fill at 09. It's reaching. Curious that the Treasuries had this strong of a pullback, even though the E-mini is just kind of ranging around. It's going to be close. There's some profit taking there. Oh, look at that. It's still like the thing that's so interesting to me is that the cumulative delta in the 10-year has not come back that much. He's absorbing a lot into 08 half. I'm not sure you're filled yet. Actually, you might have, because the first time it touched it, there was more than 400, right? Another 4, if this goes to 8, then for sure you're filled. Okay, so now you probably are filled at 09. I know worry about fill when probability 100% you're full of shit. You're so full of shit, dude. You think I was born yesterday? Okay, so they're still kind of reaching at 09. It seems to me like the offers are absorbing. It seems like a lot of level 2 changes here still, which I find really curious. Somebody stacked a little bit there at 09. Ugh. 3,000 at 08 half? I don't know if I want to mess with that. Oh, maybe full of it, but also full of mansion, swimming pool, and hot chicks. See, this is where I'm just like, you know who comes in and says that sort of shit? Some kid that is like doesn't know what they're doing, and eventually you'll disappear and we'll laugh at you. It's just that kind of an attitude doesn't last very long. Given the amount of absorption at 08 half, I'm a little uncomfortable with trying to take a short at 09. They still never totally popped. And I'm wondering if there's going to be like a pullback and failure to make a new swing low and push higher or something like that. They sure livened up when they started buying, though, didn't they? They took the bid at 06 and pulled, but they only offered 1,000 at 06 half. Yeah, they were unwilling to push. Well, they where was it? So I took it at 07, 06. I did notice that at 05 half that there just was not, I don't know, kind of a little bit of exhaustion, I guess. Because look right here. Where is it? See, I was going off of this. And just the fact that it wasn't stopping. But then it did kind of die down there. And he says initially I was wrong, but when I saw that, you'd stayed in it. See, this spot is hard call because it seems like there's somebody buying it, but you can see, and it's not giving me a clear enough signal to take it short. See, and now they take, oh wait. In all probability, they will trade back to 09. Well, I'm not getting a signal, so yeah, they're still ticking down. Man. Oh, okay, there's an uptick at 07 half. Morning. Where is your yesterday volume profile chart? Did you find it not working or useful with your setup? I have it over here. You mean the footprint chart? It's nice to refer back to. No, I don't want it. It's not a signal. In fact, it's doing it again. It's like they don't want to sell it. Only offering light at 08. That doesn't mean shit. Come on. I mean, like, he offers 600 at 08, but 1200 traded there. I mean, come on. And especially since it's like, no, look, they took it. Especially since they're only offering and bidding like 1,000 at each price, it's like, this guy could go in and he could do whatever he wants, really. Okay, now I'm getting something. I think things don't quite line up. Here's my suggestion to you. And just say, here's the trade that I took, and this is the reason that I took it. And then just let the results speak for themselves. Because when somebody comes in and starts talking like that, we're prone to just ignore. Well, not ignore you, but you know, nobody's going to follow your trade if that's what you're trying to do. It seems to me like you're coming in either trying to play with people's heads, like you put something in and it was right, and then it's like, oh look, see, I'm right all the time. This one time means everything. Why else would you come in and say something like that? And especially since your trade was 4 ticks, like, good fucking grief. Oh, you made the range. Good job. Now you can buy 07.5. It gave me a signal to buy, but it's not lining up. I mean, 07 to 09 in ZN, that's big money right there. Right. Listen, if you had come in and you had sold at 13 and you had held it all the way down, then I would have been like, okay, what you got going on here? But as it is now, I have you've given one trade and you've been incredibly what is the word that we have to say? Incredibly unhumble about it. So just based on my experience from seeing hundreds of people coming in and making calls every day, you're most likely full of shit. Not here to catch big moves, just when probability is 100%. No such thing. No such thing. If it's really 100%, you shouldn't be coming in here and telling us about it, because somebody will try and snipe it. Okay. Now they're all doing it. What's with this? I don't have anything going on today, right? seems fishy. Well, they're letting it. It seems like it's luring there. Yeah, he sees it too, actually. He does know something about the level 2, I'll give you that. But only 112 hit it, so I don't know if... Now I hope we will never see 09 again just to watch an excuse. I really feel like, though, that the... it's not... It's unfortunate. Where is the... hell what they are? I'm definitely seeing stuff happen here. Oh wait, half is not a terribly... So there you go. Okay, so they took that one offer and they put 1,000 on it at 08 half, which is curious. 113 into 08. All right, here's another thing is in my opinion, well, I'm thinking about it. In my opinion, having a stable emotional life is very important to having trading. I would, you have more opportunity to waste money when you're single, but I think it's easier when you're married. I don't know if I'd be able to do this if I didn't have a wife that was totally okay with me doing this. So if you're doing it for the chicks, that's probably a bad reason. Volume trader between 07.5 and 09, yet no trade lower. Well, wait. No thanks. The thing that I'm noticing is that there's an iceberg at 08 half for starters, but there was a lot traded at 08 earlier. Okay, so that's interesting. That might have been a good place to get filled now. I'm not so sure that I want to hit into 08 half. I could probably do that. Because I am getting a valid signal. He thinks 09 will go bid. It's 100%. 2 ticks is not. I don't know. Maybe. Well, first of all, if your trade is 100%, then you probably haven't tested it long enough. Probably you haven't tested it long enough. They're kind of saying you're too late to the party. I'm not so sure. I think that matters. He says that having confidence is important as a trader. I think that you can be extremely unconfident, but as long as you're willing to stick to your plan. Too much at 08 half. Too much. Girls leave them humiliated. Oh, I'm sorry if they left, but people always come along. Have people come and go. He thinks it's 100%. Well, it's certainly. I mean, the way that I take it, it's very discretionary and everything, but it seems to be suggesting to me that they're going to turn up again. But I just don't like the amount of volume that's trading here. Like if they have icebergs on both sides, they're a lot more likely to just ignore the imbalance. The volume is a positive because they're stuck short. Wow. If they get through it, for sure. But it's just like there's an iceberg there, there's an iceberg there. This is a two-way trade. Okay, 27.96. I do think that when they pulled that 075 the first time, it sure looked like what do we call it? A lure to me. Hmm. See, now that they've ticked down a lot of activity. The problem, though, is that they might go to 07. It's a tough spot. And the E-mini is pushing higher, too. Look at that. Well. Ooh, this makes me nervous. Uzi says beautiful, that it failed. I don't know if it's over yet. No. Mm. Strong buy because of Brexit news, possibly. Here you risk 2 to 3 to make 4 to 5. Yep. I don't like the way that that's trading. It's okay, but I clearly didn't quite get the right spot. I mean, is one tick a big deal? I don't know. I'm really nervous these days. I'm feeling really nervous. Yeah, there's a few selling it there. And kind of 5-year kind of seems like it's still in charge here. 10-year ticks down. And they offer 037 600. So that's not the way that this trade is supposed to go. Ugh. Bid at 04 pulled. Well, that's curious. Ugh. Ugh. So is somebody pulling a flipper here? Did you see it? It wasn't there for very long, but there was a strong offer showed up in the 5-year. Okay, some big guys are coming in here now. A lot of chatter in the EU bubble of a possible Brexit deal coming through as early as Tuesday. Is the piece of news that I'm seeing. Try yoga. You know what I think would make me feel a lot less nervous is to just catch a winning trade, you know? I don't think that I'm in a super great mental state, especially after that freaking mistake. I mean, I would have caught a good short potentially if it wasn't for that mistake. 2000, they're just selling it, man. The 5-year seems to be trying to push down. It may yet turn, but I think I was way too early. Just think of Alex Honnold climbing barehanded and remember you are good. What? Snake oil never goes down early or easy. Well, so the thing is he didn't necessarily put a point to where he was said he was wrong. So if it, it sits here for another hour and then trades back up to 09, then maybe he would say, see, I was right. But right now it looks like your trade is failing super hard. But so is mine. $14.65. That was a pretty positive uptick. Oh man, all of my ladies left. They just took the alcohol and leftover pizza. Should put this back on so that I can keep my eyes over here.
Twitch, Genteledunghole 29 is pivot in 30-year. Twitch, Genteledunghole above 29 long good.
Yeah, well, that's what Uzi was saying 30. I don't know. The E-mini is still buying here. It's not super strong. They did make a new high though. Like they broke the overnight high finally. Level 2 is playing games here again. Seem to
YouTube,
be waiting
Uzi
for
Knesset,
something.
it already went above 29 and fell back down.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Well, when I look at the volume overall,
YouTube, Uzi Knesset, good longs ain't gonna come cheap.
I thought that last uptick was really good, but for them to come back down again, that probably seals it. Oh, shit. As soon as I saw that 1451, I knew what was going to happen.
YouTube, Lucas 2K less at 04.
Yeah.
Twitch, Shallian _ I guess the win probability dropped from 100% to 50% after this wrong call. Lol.
Yeah.
YouTube, Uzi Knesset, is this what 100% looks like?
You see, my long trade, though, fell pretty hard, too. It seems like the only
Twitch,
thing that works today is
it
just
now
selling.
0%.
I feel like the only thing that works today is selling. They're still holding 828. Like, I don't know, man. Okay.
YouTube, Uzi Knesset, lol. YouTube, Lucas, should have all sold the pullback as Uzi advised. Twitch, Gentleadenghole, maybe if God or Bill Gates enter market otherwise is not good.
The thing that frustrates me about that one is that I was thinking, remember when I said maybe I want to take it short at 09, and then it got up there and the way that it was trading, it just didn't quite match up for me. And then it gave me another long signal that just completely failed. So it's just not behaving well for me. The E-mini sure went there. They could probably go a lot further. Just a question of like, where can you actually sell it? You know, can you sell that?
Twitch, Gentleadenghole, no you cannot sell that.
I don't know if they're gonna film me. If they film me, it might not be a good
YouTube,
trade.
Uzi Knesset, look, all I know is broadly speaking, 5, 30, and 240 minutes all below 200 period MAs and below VWAP and below IB, and couldn't break yesterday's high, and below 30, yesterday low value. YouTube, Uzi Knesset, why the fuck would I buy?
Only if you were trying to get the pullback, right? Well, I don't know. That trade was ill advised within that context. Is I think maybe what you were saying, huh?
Twitch, Gentleadenghole, they will fill because they buy all and bid 06.
No, it's too close. See?
YouTube, Luis Alarid, S going to Friday's high.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. And if ES is the main driver here, then heck, you just pick a spot and sell it, right? Why can't I get billed?
YouTube, Uzi Knesset, I don't assign percentage chances to individual prices like the Lord of the Chicks, but at the very least, I know selling will be easier on the brain.
Right.
Twitch, Gentleadenghole, I move stop to 03 to increase probability.
You're gonna take a what, a 6? What, how much is that? We were saying 08, were we? We were saying, well, let's say it was 07. 8 tick stop to get what? I don't know about that, dude.
Twitch, Gentleadenghole, yes.
8 tick
YouTube,
stop for
Uzi
how
Knesset,
much you
is he
were
still aiming for
yeah, if you're
090?
aiming for 090, then that's a really dumb trade, dude. I guess it's maybe, I don't know. He'd have to show me some long-term stats. That just doesn't seem like very wise to me. I think that I missed my train, folks. They might push it into 04 half again.
Twitch,
If that.
Gentleadenghole, what is not dumb when work?
Yeah, okay. Prove that it works. That would, maybe if you can prove that it works, then maybe we'll stop making fun of you.
YouTube, Uzi Knesset, you got a lot of cake to eat through at this point.
Yeah. And a possible level break. Remember, though, the first time they did the level break, they didn't do it. Second one they did. I saw the level break and I'm like, fuck.
YouTube, Lucas, easier to take the loss up higher and buy again lower if overall bias is long.
Sure. Well, for our time frame, at least. That's where I'm like, he's not talking about the level, too.
Twitch, Gentleadenghole, selling 05 is FOMO, they may flip back to 06.
Well, it's not FOMO.
Twitch, Gentleadenghole, if fill at 05.
Okay.
Twitch, Gentleadenghole, I am not messing you, watch.
You can say all you want. I take my trades. I know the spots that I'm supposed to take. And now it's one that I can take. Nope.
YouTube, Lucas, I am laughing so hard. YouTube, Uzi Knesset, see, if I was gonna sell that low in the day, I'd need a runner like ASAP.
No. It's a level break setup, you see? Well, they're messing with it. But so far it's okay. It's a little messing around a little bit more than I would like. Look at that big old bit in 027. How long has that been there?
Twitch, Gentletanghole, it is not okay.
No. So that's not okay. Mm-mm-mm. Maybe he's still pushing. I don't know.
Twitch, Gentletanghole, you see back to 06. I try and save you money.
I don't think you know what you're talking about, dude. You just said that you bought 07 or what 08 looking for 09 and took 8 ticks against it. So even if you have something like, I'm not going to take a stop that far. So what? Even if you say it's useless. But if I have a level break set up, I take it. I risk 1 tick on it. It's fine.
Twitch,
Doesn't always work out.
Gentletanghole, yes, but am 4 ticks in profit.
No, you're not. You didn't say that you bought 05. Well, you're 4 ticks in profit for the day, I suppose you could say. But if you took 08 and you're down here, you're not 4 ticks in profit anymore, are you?
Twitch, Gentletanghole, yes, from earlier trade.
Okay, that one didn't work either.
Twitch, Gentletanghole, look at volume, 10k at 05 and only 500 at 045.
In fact, now I'm seeing that as I was watching this so intently, I didn't even notice that it kind of was giving me a reversal signal down there. Fuck, guys.
Twitch,
So this is the one where
I
if I
tried
put
very
it there,
intently to tell you.
you know what, dude? I'm sorry, but if you don't shut up, you're gone. Because I can't have somebody's. I'm not.
YouTube, Algo Lover, trading
Hold
now
on.
down finger. YouTube, Algo Lover, 8:10 a.m. Algo Lover, S if buyers hold their pullback above 2,964, then 2,989 target. If 2,964 breaks before trading up, then anticipate a deeper pullback nerd face.
It's okay to come
YouTube,
in and
Lucas,
put trades.
you let him get to your head.
It's okay to come in and post trades and stuff, but yeah, if you're gonna start trying to be antagonistic, I'm gonna have to ban you. I'm super nice and like super. We've only had to ban a couple of people, but it's not cool, right?
Twitch, Gentletanghole, that is not antagonistic to say do not sell 05.
You clearly don't understand. Okay. Well, that one not turning out the way it should either. Hmm. It's fairly balanced at 06. Hmm. They kind of take some tepid holds, but they're not putting up enough for me to feel really confident, you know?
YouTube, Luis Alarid, my indicators are indicating a winning day for Seth Oye.
No. You know what? I think maybe it could have been a winning day if I hadn't have made that first mistake, but now I kind of wonder what would I have done differently.
YouTube, Algo Lover, ZN130015 still line in sand if buyers plan on holding this range nerdface.
Well, that was a strong uptick, but it was actually kind of a little too strong. Well, they better take this 06 half. Yep, that's fine. Mm. Wow. Shh. It's telling me to reverse it here still.
YouTube, Uzi Knesset, damn. YouTube, Algo Lover, S trades 2,989 initial target thumbs up. Twitch, Gentletanghole, we are in the same boat. I cannot see the paddle. YouTube, Algo Lover, L8TROK hand.
Well, I think that I'm experiencing a combination between um, the market has changed and my signal clearly doesn't work anymore, and me not thinking straight too.
YouTube, Uzi Knesset, ZB downside target 60.03 if the selling keeps going.
Yeah.
YouTube, wrong ZH, buy S.
UK negotiators closing in on a draft Brexit deal. What the hell? Wait a second. Oh, that's right.
YouTube, Lucas, remember Seth, if you don't feel in control of yourself, avoid trading.
Yeah. Well, I switched it there on that trade. Seems to be suggesting that there's more to go, though. Especially since 1/2 was like the stop, right? Oh, that's a lot of volume, dude. Look at that 28 too. Oh, and look at that. Now that I'm thinking about it, that Brexit news is really important. That's a draft deal. Then yeah, this could, man. Okay, well, there's a decent amount taking profit at 31.5. What did we have 31.5 as? It
Twitch
was a
Stallion
number,
underscore
right?
long S at 90 and target weekly high.
29.5 was this naked point of control. Clearly some profit taking down in here. Yeah, long ES at 90. I think that ES might actually be the better trade here. But this could careen down. The treasuries could careen down fast because maybe all of the Europeans are gonna, you know, wow. Okay. So
YouTube IQ whoop whoop.
whoop whoop. Well, I finally caught a winner. Question is, how far can I hold it? Well, that's a little crazy, but I'm not so sure. Sterling spikes, UK, EU, and UK negotiators are closing in on a draft. Yeah, we should look at the sterling. Oh yes, it went. Just that this one move down. See, so our friend's trade was maybe not terrible. Maybe he it was a good signal and he just got ruined by the news. Happens sometimes, right? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I really don't like leaving this.
YouTube Lucas, I am
I really
implementing
need to
a
be.
new rule. If I don't make money within the FISRT 2 hours of trading, I'll stop because then I'm clearly not in the zone and
That's
so
not
I'm
a
bouncing.
That's not a bad thought. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay.
Twitch Gentledighole. Now watch for reverse. Twitch Gentledighole. Market knows that Seth is gone. YouTube, Uzi Knesset, you should move your stop loss to 0.00000 to increase probability. Twitch, Shalian_S target 95 expecting some kind of spike. 2 weekly levels. YouTube, Uzi Knesset, just go long and put stop at 0 eyes.
Now watch for the reverse, he says. Well, it's going to come in here somewhere.
YouTube, Lucas, it might go higher, only problem it could take a couple days, weeks face with tears of joy.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be buying it here, but there's clearly going to be some pullbacks, right? How far do you think the sterling can go? Well, they pushed down here and now they're kind of...
Twitch, Shalian_ out at 94, didn't get 95, Phil feels bad.
I kind of like that one at 225. I kind of, oh my gosh, look, I can't even, I might have to just sit here and manage this for a long time.
YouTube, Uzi Knesset, there's gonna be another distribution first at least.
Yeah. But that news.
YouTube, Algo Lover, in play with that 130.015 breakdown finger. YouTube, Algo Lover, 10:05 a.m. Algo Lover, ZN if buyers defend above 130.015, then they'll bid higher, a break below 130.015 before trading up, then anticipate retest break of last week's low nerd face.
The thing, so when did we have some shorts earlier? 05. You know what? It's okay. I'm happy though that I took a 1/2 because that was the stop area. And who knows how far this can go. Like, look at that. They made a pullback and look at how quickly they come back down into it and just go for new lows.
YouTube, Uzi Knesset, 60.02 last week's low in ZB, so the 0203 level may see some congestion.
Oh, in ZB, yes.
YouTube, Algo Lover, if they break lows, then 129, 100 target below nerd face.
100? Jeez. I don't know if I can hold it for that long, dude.
YouTube, Luis Alarid, Pattern Traders GBP USD double bottom week chart.
I mean, here's the thing.
Uzi Knesset, I'll leave a little room too. Evens to 08.
I could be wrong. This kind of news has a tendency to, like, the big piece of news comes out and then later on we find out that maybe it's not really the piece of news that we think it is or we've been looking for. But the two biggest pieces of news that has been holding down markets for like 2-3 years, just within the course of 3 days, have been removed. So I see no reason that this is not going to be a trend day. And
Twitch, Gentleadenghole, I bid long 27.
The blah, 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 blah. Algo Lover's target down at 129, 100 seems like a reasonable target. for this move. And I mean, I suspect that if you really wanted to hold something overnight, that you could. Like we could just hold that and just stay short until the end of the contract potentially. Of course, I'm not going to do that. I have to close it at the end of the day, or probably I would close it at the options pit close. But I might just stay home and watch it, babysit it, because I caught a good runner. I should keep in mind there's always possibilities of these things like just completely retracing
YouTube,
and stuff.
Algo Lover, Seth, you never have to hold to a target I post, your trade to manage.
Yep.
That's where stop management comes into play. Okay, hand.
No, it's just this is something.
Twitch, Shallion_ man should have hold my long, was a big pussy lol. YouTube, Uzi Knesset, I got you bud winking face.
Yeah, it's just this is an area where, based on my
Twitch,
own analysis of the news,
I want 29.
Based on my own analysis of the news, I think that your target has a really high probability of hitting. Even today, possibly. Although that 25 is going to be a
YouTube,
sticker.
Gary Rich, if or when 10 years hits 1.8 repricing the risk.
It's unfortunate that I took
Twitch,
so many losers before that.
This trade 80%.
What is your sample size on a trade like that?
Knesset, at Shallion, I hate when I do that shit lol. YouTube, Algo Lover, it may go in seconds or days, but that's the target. Okay, hand.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm saying what I do is because with news like that, you have to be thinking about a trend day. And for trend day, if we got a whole point, I think it's possible. I don't know. That would
YouTube,
really be
Algo
reaching.
Lover, 10:33 a.m. Algo Lover note, big picture, buyers have a 3012 target above, but we have to monitor pullbacks for continuation, a step at a time. Thumbs up.
So has the E-mini busted out Friday's high yet? Oh yes, very, very easily. So definitely they're going to try and get 3,000. Shouldn't say it that like that. The next number that they're going to be eyeing is 3,000 for sure. Okay, so we got like a 4-tick pullback here.
YouTube, Gary Rich, option expiry week. Next week short sell-offs, the pattern hasn't failed yet. YouTube, Algo Lover, Mon. 8:02 a.m. Algo Lover, GC if sellers maintain their offer below 1508, then 1468 target. If 1508 goes bid before trading down, then anticipate squeeze higher. Nerd face still valid.
Okay, so that's 5. On these kinds, it's not uncommon to see 8.
Twitch, Gentlidunghole, I still down 2 ticks on day. Chicks not impressed but understand this difficult game and believe in me.
Where did I get that open from? $22.5. Oh. Okay. So 22.5 was Friday's low. There's a lot at 25 though. How long has that been there for? That's been there for a long time. This right here, 28, there was a big order, and so this is probably the area that they're, well, you can already see it, where they can form the distribution.
Gary Rich, no trade deal is going to rush above 2019 highs and above. The data is too weak. China can't reflate the world.
Oh, I don't think that the news is... Why are you talking about China? Because the deal was Brexit. So, so my take on this is, if they get a Brexit deal,
YouTube, Uzi Knesset. Watch closely for a new distribution formation and subsequent break to either side.
sure. So if they get a Brexit deal, then that significantly changes the outlook in Europe. Europe has been kind of depressed for a while, even manufacturing recession, and I think largely in part due to the fear of a no-deal Brexit. If they get a deal and it's a good deal, then the economy won't be affected
YouTube,
as much.
Uzi Knesset. More likely to be down. Obvi lol.
And the key thing here, though, for us is that they've been really pushing, they've been really buying the 10-year treasuries because of this carry trade in Europe and all of that. And so if Brexit doesn't happen, then a lot of the, there's a lot of longs that are going to have to dump here. And I mean a lot.
YouTube, Gary Rich. Brexit has been priced in already. No or go deal. Markets are always forward guided.
No, it's not. It's not priced. They were priced in for a no deal, I think, or for a possible no deal.
YouTube, Algo Lover, ZN a hold below 129, 300 for continuation from here. If they bid over that, then anticipate bounce higher nerd face.
I mean, you can't price it in either way, right? They had an expectation about the probability of a no deal Brexit, and that's what the market priced in. And now that probability of a no deal Brexit has decreased. They have to reprice. And we're in the area where or at least we were in the area where they hadn't priced it in yet. So now the question is, what is a fair price now that we know that piece of information? If before we had that piece of information, it was up at, let's say, 05? Yeah? Yes, 05. So if 05 was it not priced in, then what is it priced in? A point lower? Maybe? Half a point lower?
YouTube, Algo Lover,
would be,
monitor the trade face with rolling eyes.
21. But I say, below
YouTube,
Friday's
Gary
low.
Rich. Latest hedge funds have positioned in UK and Europe and weak on us equities.
Positioned weak on U.S. equities. Well, I'll tell you what, the E-mini sure is buying, isn't it? So we're still looking at for 3,000 over in there. Man, does that just take us up to the highs of the year? What was the high of the year? 3024. I don't know about that one.
YouTube, Algo Lover, good luck, thumbs up.
Thank you. Well, I had a lot of bad trades earlier today, so yeah. Unfortunately, after all that, it just fixes our mistake, essentially.
YouTube, Luis Alarid, nice return on TLT puts in GBP USD still long S.
I don't know what is priced in. I do know that any news just drives the crap out of everything for the day I'm trading. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like a piece of news like that is now, unless another piece of news that's as significant.
YouTube, Greg Orlovsky, just saying to be nice, I don't know what is priced in. I do know
Oh,
any
now
news
it
just
reads it.
drives the crap out of everything for the day I'm trading.
I read it and then it didn't. The restream is clearly having some issues today. I apologize, guys. No, it really does turn into, like, unless another bigger piece of news comes out, and man, what would you need to see that would be a bigger piece of news? I don't know. That would have to be pretty crazy. But then at that point, it's like the only piece of news that matters. And so, yeah, you get a distribution, but then eventually they probably push lower. Schiff, Trump, and Fed are reading from the same script? What the hell? Okay. Yeah, whatever. Well, they're doing okay here. I am getting a really big candle here. So does that mean somebody's trying to push
Gary
it out
Rich
of it now?
Greg, hello. Did you listen to the job on Wall Street? LOL.
And in the stable genius tweeting from the toilet.
YouTube Ace Trades at Greg Orlovsky agreed. Then add in the stable genius tweeting from the toilet. YouTube Uzi Knesset Congestoruni. YouTube Greg Orlovsky Ace OMGLMAO.
That's pretty funny, dude. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Listen, I'm so ADHD and I forget. You know what the worst part of ADHD is if you have tasks, you forget them. You forget them. So it's just like, man, I was coming home. I said all day yesterday, okay, I need to pick up my medication on the way home. And then I forgot to do it. And then at 9:30, I was like, oh, I didn't get it. And so then I had to go back and get it. And that was pain. Like, I always forget stuff. So, Ace, you got to ask the wife about Friday. Because my wife is going to be gone. So
at Greg Orlovsky,
she'll be working.
I finally found a good entry point, but it was mostly just FOMO. It worked out, however.
So yeah, find out. We could do something Friday. Well, that spike right there might suggest a turn higher. I don't know.
YouTube Gary Rich best thinking is on the toilet. Crap in, crap out. Lol. Twitch Gentleidunghole task reminder. Manage trade as will give back half profit.
I get what you're saying. So I'm having a hard time here because I think that I should.
YouTube Greg Orlovsky. Hi Gary. Couldn't find it?
Forget tasks with no ADHD. I forget tasks with no ADHD. Yeah, I get you. Okay, so the problem I'm having, so I've got two problems actually now. One is that my medication tends to stop working after about 9:30. So if I'm going to sit and stay in this and stay focused, then I might need to do that. The second one is
YouTube Ace Trades. I forget tasks with no ADHD.
Are you be in Zions on Friday? Oh, so maybe we need to look for next Friday. That's okay.
YouTube Ace Trades. We will be in Zions Friday.
They have Thursday to Monday off? I don't think that my kids get Thursday to Monday off. Well, Sterling is pushing higher. Anyways,
YouTube Ace Trades. It's fall break. The kids have Thursday to Monday off.
Restream bot is so far behind. Maybe I should just turn it off because I'm like, it's so distracting. Oh my gosh. So the issue I have is I know there's going to be pullbacks. Normally I would take it off at 27, or 28. The world is underweight the euro and European equities. There will be a huge flow into Europe. The remainder of the year, you have to be long euro and euro JPY. As European fixed income will get crushed. Yes. Well, all fixed income is going to get crushed. This is like, I wish that I had a bit more in my account so that I could just hold it short until the end of the contract. I'm not kidding. Hmm. Being a little scrappy there at 28.5. Occupy a job on wallstreet.com. What? How does rolling over to the next contract work? I heard this is possible. I don't know. If it was me, I would probably just close my position in the one and then open up my position in the other one. It seems destiny to give back half profit on a great trade, maybe. Restream bot, it's a terrible idea. Don't do it. Who is he actually talking to there? Oh, maybe he was talking to Shalian. Yeah, the names doesn't work across platforms. Oh. Hmm. They sure are hovering around that 28 half 29 area for a long time, aren't they? Well, look, there's almost 3,000. It's over 3,000. Come on. Get down. Get down. So when, oh, well, I don't know. When you get like a push down and it only takes 500, 200 contracts, yeah, he's going for the low. He's going for the low, and there's almost nobody there looking to defend it. He says, Alligator says they either break it now or it's the end of the game today. Was that a new low? Oh, not quite yet. Because the low is 26 half. You think that they're going for the 4,000 bid at least? I agree. No, I totally. Well, I think what Greg is saying, when you get trend days and you see really big targets on the DOM, they tend to go to them. because there is basically a complete lack of buy liquidity at this point. They're going to move down until they can find it. But they could even go below that because there's this, look at this one at 16. Look at 52.26 at 16. Oh, why did you have to go AFK? Maybe with you here, I would still be in my ES long. Ah, dude. Well, why? So good question though. Is why did you get out? I don't know. This is the conundrum. I wonder if they go to a new high of the year. It's possible. This is 20 points, so let's just keep that in mind. That's another strong step up. But given the moves that we've seen in the E-mini, it's completely, well, so like this day they went 29.94 down to 36. So let's call it 40. You know, they can move 60 points in a day, and we started this at like 80. So 30-20, doable. 2 weekly levels and was afraid of a harsh rejection. Okay, so then if that's something that you watch and you have statistics that say that that tends to stop and you took it, then no shame in it, dude. I'm taking it because part of my edge has been understanding the news and how the markets are going to react to it. And I'm saying that that's significant enough news that they could probably move down all day. Here it goes. They're gonna have to set up a level break to go and do it probably. And they're kind of acting like, oh, there's too much buyers there. We have to move up. Okay, so somebody's sticking a big bid at 27. I would be highly suspicious of that. But could mean other news. Well, they're observing at 28. This could get interesting. You think he came up? You think that he moved his bid up? I don't know. Well, he's coming up again. Coming back to 28.5. So that's like a false breakout, right? They're still absorbing a lot on the offer, though. Well, they're buying some on the 29 now, too. Let's see what they do. They are both there, don't know. That bid at 27 could just be fake for all we know, frankly. So you see all of this on the way up, and now it's coming back hard in the 5-year. Down tick and a click. If they another 2, and then they get to 27 in that pulse, there's going to be boosh. We have the first red 5-minute candle since the news in the E-mini, so probably some retracing right now. Oh, good point. They did turn there. But look, there's some liquidity down looking to catch it in the ES at 3,000. And where was it? It seemed like they had to do a little bit of stops at 29.98. So I think it's still intact. Hmm. Key Brexiters have gone into number 10, now expecting a press conference any minute from Var Dakar as well for what we don't know yet. Hey, thank you, Greg. I'm happy with it. Well, let's not counter chickens before we close the trade, right? I want to manage this right. And I think I can hold it short unless something, other piece of news moves us. Okay, so they did take 28 bid, but they didn't put a very strong bid on it. Speak to the market, tell it to go down, or I'll put you down. Speak like... No, they're just going to do what it's going to do. Looks like it could rotate around the distribution. Yeah. Well, they certainly like that area. I'd still like to know if they're going to try and test that 27, though. If I was a big guy and I was short, I would be looking at that going, I don't think you're real. Especially since there was that big one at 25 and there's a huge one way, 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 way down at 16. And everything I know fundamentally seems to suggest that we could just continue going down. Oh, somebody at 28.5. Game over, not expecting a big retracement. Should stay low if nothing negative, says Alligator. Maybe this is one where you would want to get out. Well, so there'd be no shame in getting out at 28.5 for sure. In fact, if I can think about times where I've seen things like this, it's not uncommon to see something where it really pulls back and doesn't do much of anything, and then after 9:30, then it goes for another take, like much later in the day, and then you go, oh man, if only I could stay. And remember when I've said those? But here in the next 20 minutes, there's going to be the European close, right? No, I mean, the big order is one short guy who wants to get filled. At 27, that's possible. It doesn't have to be a buyer. You're totally right. In fact, I am of the opinion that limit orders are for the most part, market makers looking to exit positions, especially when it's been there for a long time. But, big but, we don't really know, do we? Could be somebody that is looking to sell. Could be somebody that just wanted to push the market up so that they could sell more at 20.5. Although Alligator was saying, like, here they're going to push down to a new low. And if they don't, then it's over. And they did, but only 2 ticks. They made 2 ticks. Right? It was 26.5 before. Yep. And they made 25.5. It was a little tepid. And then when they came up, that big order showed up and it moved up very quickly away from it. Now, I think they have a tendency to test those, and it is right there on the end of the range. So that's kind of why I'm waiting. I would really like to see them test it. And then we find out for sure what's going on. Well, there's a lot of volume happening at 28.5 and 29. Look at that. Missed that long call. Sorry, I was wrong. It's okay. So the E-mini is going back into the liquidity area now. See, that it looks like there's still a big iceberg at 28.5. But look at the 5-year. The 5-year is giving me a golden sell signal. Lucas. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that message. When Uzi says distribution area, what does he mean? Volume profile, market rotates around in a range and builds a little belly. Yeah. Well, he's saying it's going to come down. It's going to find a spot where certain people take profits, which would be here. And then you're going to form a distribution profile. This is what he's talking about with the belly, indicating that the market believes that this is a fair price. So what we're all talking about here is will they break again? Will they come back down out the bottom and then form another profile, maybe somewhere around here? Yeah. So that's where I was saying, remember the other day, there's somebody said something and I got distracted and I never got to answer them or counter what they said, but they were like, look, you sold it right at, the point of control or whatever. And it was like, well, yes, but it wasn't the point of control when I took it, right? When I took it, there was only 1,000 had traded there, and now 60,000 have traded there. It just so happens that the place that I took to short was the place where everybody else was interested in trading too. Sometimes they're not pretty. Sometimes you got to use your imagination for the upper and the lower limits. Yeah. The answer is no. The answer is because I'm long. At this point, as far as I can tell, you're just a troll because I don't know how you could be more wrong about something. Like, realistically, I don't know how you could be more wrong about something. No, that's not the right way of putting it. I don't know any way to be proven more catastrophically wrong. The degree of which you are wrong is not particularly key here, but, that was a strong move down against you. I could take a shot selling, say, 7 or 8 in ZB with a stop at 9. Yeah. Because it's the top of the profile. Same here with 30 is the place that they don't want to trade. At least so far, they don't want to trade it. There just wasn't as much interest there. Yep. You could be wrong, sure, but the risk is minimal like we all can hope for. Yeah. Well, and same if you wanted to go long, you could try it at 28. But only when the level 2 and everything else confirms it, right? That's telling me I should hold on, though. See, they could come out and the unclear if Brexit deal will be ready by EU. Some progress is being made, moving in the right direction. A few more hurdles to go. Oh, he's speaking right now. Yeah. So that's why the market's behaving the way that it is. I should at least have that, right? So there was a golden sell signal in ZF. We're 2 ticks higher. Maybe getting another push here. There's some absorption, big time absorption at 30. That 10-year. Okay. And they sold 29.5. Not a strong offer bid. Okay. Some volatility. It might have been because of something that he's saying right now. Well, now that makes me uncomfortable. I frankly, I don't care if you're right or wrong. I'm gonna stick to. Goldman says valuation of WeWork stake declined by $80 million. All right, well. That's enough of you. I'm not going to have somebody sit there and try and play mess with my head. Senior EU diplomat reports of imminent Brexit deal way too premature, so that could be what's happening to us, right? Could be retracing because they've decided that that it's not real. The thing is I think, like, when I look at the headline and everything, I think that that's totally like it should just continue to go down till the end of the contract. But there is a possibility that another piece of news that comes out and cancels it or says, oh, it's not actually what they say it is, like, that's always there. Remember, I listed that possibility. I think that the reward to the downside was worth holding it. You know what I mean? Huh. Strong downtick. E-mini's trying to build the bid back up here again. They're in the liquidity area still, so. If we consider the much larger time frame, we're just looking at a blip. Contract still has, what, another month and a half? Yeah. Maybe you're lucky and this will be the top of the retracement. I agree. Well, I'm lucky that it went down as far as it did. But, it's not so much lucky as like, uh, fate coming back to even, because I think I've had a lot of bad luck lately. Don't you think? Well, 3 minutes to the equities close. Well, it sure slowed down here, didn't it? So with respect to that call, I wouldn't judge its success or failure with this one entry trade. Which call are we talking about? I'm just so looking back at my trades. I'm so frustrated that I had all of these sells at like '07 and '05 that didn't work out. And they weren't even necessarily into lows, sort of a thing. Like I did the one at '07. Oh, look, I moved down. When was that short at '07? Why did that? How did I take a short at? Oh, I did. I took a short here at '07 at around 735, and they came up. Recall holding the short till the contract were over. I'm saying I think you're right about that, but it may just not be from where your current trade is positioned. Oh, yeah, I suppose that's true. I think this 130 even kind of ends up being the key, because we've been at 130 a couple of times, haven't we? Yeah, I would have to go way, way back. I'd have to use this bigger chart. Okay. I'll show you. I'll make it big and everything. 130 even. It's been a turning point before. So that would be the spot that I would be looking to hold. Because this whole thing right here is starting to look like a head and shoulders kind of a pattern on the daily, isn't it? And notice now that we've traded down, there's a lot more interest. Well, there was for a time, there was more interest. Okay, there we go. The 5-year, the way the 5-year is ticking is making it really difficult to trade in the 10. I think that's a part of my problem because look, it's always 700 by 700 or so. And so you never really get a spot where, you know, you get a little wiggle room. It's always just up or down. Screen check. Thank you. Yeah, it's like 580 by 800, I guess is okay, but it's 700 by 700 a lot right now in the 5-year. So then what happens is they'll take it down and they'll offer 700 and then it just ticks down. And so there's like nothing you can, there's no like wiggle around or spots where you could kind of see if you can get filled or anything. It's just you either did or you didn't. And if you did, it's probably going through you. The 10-year is giving you plenty of, like, too much wiggle room. Well, the E-mini's slowly building back up. Hi. She was like, Because I was telling her the other day that it's generally not good for me to trade after like 10 o'clock because by then my medication is worn off. So I'm kind of watching that and I'm kind of unsure about what I want to do about it. So Tuesday, I have to go to the gym. I can probably handle the little bit of extra. The thing is, the come down afterwards is going to be a little bit more stressful. If that makes sense. What kind of bird is that in the background? It is a sun conure. I actually have a video on the channel, introduction to trading futures or something like that. And the birds would not shut up. So I I kept them on me for that. I've since gotten them a second cage and put them in the basement. And also at that time, there was like this one point where he just like really went freaking crazy. So that's on the channel somewhere too. If you're making 2 ticks on it, just leave it. I think so. See, like the reason why I feel like I can let it sit is because I'm not going to lose money on it no matter what. And so it's the risk reward for me, I think, is still really positive. Especially if the E-mini decides to turn back up again, although it's being awfully flaky at the moment. Obviously, probably should have taken the 27 one, but I always wondered that, Bird, even when you first started streaming. That's right, because you've been around like when even when it wasn't live, I think. Don't lose money, let Trump tweet something and you get slippage. This would be super bad luck though, yeah. It would have to be a really awful tweet. I was on when you first started YouTube, but never commented. I got you. I just, yeah, I know that I've seen you on and off since, for a long time. There's been some people that have come and gone, but then this recent batch. So last year was a different group of people, I think. And I think that kind of what happened was, I had a certain way of doing things and I was doing really good the beginning of the year, and then April, May came along, and then the summer was just a disaster. And most people were like, either, well, this isn't interesting, or this guy doesn't know what he's doing, because it was just so bad all the time. And I'm a little frustrated by the way it's sticking right now. And then we had a good period again, and that was kind of when a lot of you guys started coming in like Uzi. And then we went through the summer, and it was just kind of like, oh, it's okay, the summer sucks. So it's been better, but and it doesn't matter if people watch or not, of course. The important thing is we're making money. Well, we're getting better at trading. I enjoyed your take on bonds and would listen while I analyze my stuff. I got you. Yeah. Well, it's just nice to have somebody else talking about what they think the Treasuries are going to do, because there's just not a lot of that online, is there? You would think that there would be, but it's not. We're like one of the very few places that you can go and find free commentary on Treasuries every day. Okay, so there's the E-mini kind of doing a false head and shoulders pattern. I call it a false head and shoulders pattern because it certainly is doing the price pattern, but it's not doing any kind of recognizable volume pattern that I can see. And there was a little jump up there off of that liquidity. Anyways, the way this is ticking and everything, I'm still kind of watching it like, do I really want to do this? Should have taken this one and counted myself lucky that I made as much back as I did. And there was the tweet. It's good to get a sense of others' opinions or inputs. We can't see everything or gain a true sense from pure analysis. Yeah, exactly. I really don't see how you can trade and truly be trading without, some sort of analysis of other people's psyche, Otherwise, it's just statistics and, frankly, like professional gambling at that point. Okay, I need to go and grab my phone and everything. Okay, well, 9:45 is time for my stand-up meeting, and you have to start doing work. So I'm going to try and hang on to it. We'll see what happens. But if it doesn't, that's okay. Thank you guys, though. Lots of emotions and everything today. We got to work through this. So I will see you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, stay profitable.